Well, the big thing is, you guys know about the Epstein files?
Yeah.
No.
So basically, the Department of Justice pretty much came out and said there's nothing
there.
What do you mean there's nothing? Of course there's something.
There's no client list. The famous client list that people have been begging to find out, it doesn't exist.
Oh
Bullshit.
my God! Suddenly,
For some reason.
I think I saw
Why?
it on.
Because Trump is on the top of that list, maybe?
I think I saw it on Musk's
for sure.
tweet
it's not just
on
Trump.
his ex or something like that, where he
Yeah.
said,
Yeah, exactly. Right.
it out, right?
Yeah. He said, the reason he doesn't want to release it is because he's on it. But there's so many people on that list.
Trump's not the only guy.
Yeah.
There's, for sure.
Yeah.
Steve, are you on that
Clinton
list?
Steve Serkia.
I'm nowhere near it, but if I was in that type of power, no, just kidding.
Watch what you say.
No, seriously.
So there's a lot of blowback on this, especially on the MAGA side. They're tripping out. I think this might be the thing that actually makes them go against Trump. But of all the things that he's done, I think this one is the...
Yeah,
You
it's
think?
the connecting... Yeah, come on.
Because these guys been wanting this out for years, man. And what they've always... The story is that Clinton's on it, Biden is in it, Obama's on it. That's always been their that's why they wanted to list out, to expose all the Democrats that molest children and take part of this demon drinking blood of virgins, all that
Secret society shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think because of the threat from Elon Musk.
That's what I want to ask you about too.
Yeah, so that threat on X, and also I don't know if you guys heard that a while back these Iranian hackers hacked into Trump's campaign servers or Trump servers, and they downed like 100 gig of documents, emails, and stuff, and all kinds of apparently incriminating stuff.
Okay.
About Trump?
About Trump's campaign. And
Hey, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. If you're loving this content, hit the like button and subscribe and join to our awesome community. Ring that notification bell so you'll never miss a beat. Together, we're building something so special. Let's grow this channel and let's have some fun along the way. For some more content, check out these other fantastic channels. You got Checkin Habs, one-stop shop for all those things. Habs, sports, we got so much information on sports, guys. Come on. Hello. Checking accounts. Dive into the world of finance and economics, baby. Let's go. Big money. So that's it, fam. Come and check us out.
they did it. They hacked it. They took it, but they didn't do anything with it until Trump attacked Iran, and now they're threatening to release this information. A couple days later, a week later, this list doesn't exist. Like they're trying to get out of the story. Anyways, that's my assumption. Obviously, I don't know.
Who said the list doesn't exist? The U.S. government or the Iranians?
The Department of Justice.
Okay.
Pam Bondi. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to show you before this happened.
This is more propaganda, right? Making you believe.
This is what do you mean?
Like propaganda, hypocrisy, saying one thing and then going back on your.
First, I want to show you all the campaign promises and when they got into power, what they said, and then after the story, what they say after. So this is pretty much a famous interview.
Some people.
You guys know that Trump sued CBS for they edited an interview with Pamela Anderson.
Pam Bondi.
Kamala Harris. They edited the video, the interview a bit, and
60-minute one, no?
Exactly,
Yeah.
and they sued him, and CBS settled for I forgot how much, maybe $20 million they settled for it.
Yeah.
So they edited this video too, but I'm actually going to show you the real video. But when they asked him about releasing the Epstein files, they made it seem like he said yes right away. But the real interview, he actually does a whole explanation. Watch.
One way to build trust is to declassify things that everyone's talking about. I know you talked earlier about it. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. So if you were president, would you declassify, you can answer yes or no to these. Yeah. Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah. I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
Mm-hmm.
Guy, declassified Jeffrey Epstein files. What do you think?
What they actually
said
posted it as. Hopefully this is it.
If you were president, would you declassify, you can answer yes or no to these. Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you?
I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that
So they stopped it there in the Fox. But look what he says after.
less so because you don't
Less so.
know it. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff
Yeah.
with that whole world. But I think I would, or at least
Do you think that would restore trust? Help restore trust?
Yeah.
So you see how they edited the interview? So Trump promised he would release these Epstein files. Kash Patel, he's right now the director of the FBI.
Yeah, but hold on a second. He said he would release it, but there's a lot of phony stuff. But I would release some of it. But now you're saying that there's no. First, he admits that there is files, and now they're saying that there's no files at all. There's no list at all.
No,
They're backtracking.
There is files, but there's supposed to be the client list. You know,
the
that's
list.
The list of all these people.
Okay.
So this is Kash Patel. This is him before being the FBI director, saying that we got to release this, and it's only the director of the FBI can do this. And
the topic, but who has Jeffrey Epstein's
Black Book?
Black Book?
FBI.
But who? That is that. I mean, there's
that's under direct control of the director of the FBI, just like the manifesto from the Nashville school shooting of the Catholic schools.
Yeah.
We still haven't seen that, right? It's not the Nashville police or PD saying we don't want this out. The FBI airmailed into that operation and said this is not getting out. Because they do that because this is another government gangster operation. All these local law enforcement communities get funding from the...
He's saying, I made it play a little too long, but he's saying only the FBI, it's the reason they're not being released is because it's up to the FBI director releasing it and stuff. He ends up being the FBI director, and he doesn't release it.
I like the way he said government gangster.
The FBI has Epstein's list. They're sitting on it. That doesn't seem like something you should do. You're protecting the world's foremost predator. That seems like an evil thing to do, regardless of who may be embarrassed in the release of that list. Why is the FBI protecting the greatest pederast, the largest scale pederast in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list. You don't think that Bill Gates is lobbying Congress night and day to prevent the disclosure of that list? And why is it that the Senate, and good for Senator Blackburn to try to get it out, but then Dick Durbin comes over the top and says, no, we're not going to release the names. I don't care about the list itself, but if you release the names, right? What the hell are the House Republicans?
He's big about the current FBI director not releasing it. And I think from like 2 weeks after this, he actually becomes the FBI director. Also, Don Bongino.
Why would they even hire him as the FBI director?
By the way,
when he's talking so negative about it, how did he get the job?
So Brian,
Trump selected him.
So you're going to see a lot of names on that.
Don Bonino and Pat Bondi, supposedly they had a huge fight.
Yeah, I was gonna bring it up after he said that. He's actually, I put this as him as being a hypocrite, but actually I was gonna say after he's actually threatening to resign.
Yes, exactly.
So if he does that, he has integrity because he built him and Kash Patel, the other guy who spoke before, built their whole online with
network,
this stuff. They were like the
whistleblowers. They wanted to be.
They're like the conspiracy theorists.
Sure.
They built their whole following on these conspiracy theories about the Epstein files and stuff like that. Like what are you saying now? But obviously, when they do it, it's about the Clintons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm lost.
The Epstein client.
These are like I forget his title right now. Don Bonino.
He's the deputy, the assistant of the FBI, deputy director. That's what he is of the FBI.
And then there's Pat Bondi, who's the justice.
The attorney general.
Attorney general.
Okay,
that's huge. And then you have Kash Patel, who's the FBI director. Yeah. And these guys are kind of nobodies. Well, Pat Bondi was like a pretty big lawyer.
She was a lawyer, yeah. He was a Fox News guy.
Exactly.
The last episode I showed you guys. These guys, that's what he is. He's on Fox News now. The Don Bongino show on Fox News.
Client list, I believe, based on what I've heard from sources and the story I just told you, basically, it's going to rock the political world. There's a reason they're hiding it. I don't know how Jeffrey Epstein died. I'm not going to sit here and tell you. I wasn't there. All I can tell you is it's awfully suspicious how that happened. Oh, look, the cameras broke. Oh, look, he strangled himself on a bed thing. Wow, amazing how that worked out. I believe it was one of these forensic pathologists who I saw on Fox who seemed to indicate that there were some issues with that original story. Free to speculate all you want. Bottom line is, I don't know. But I will tell you this, for my bottom line is, I don't trust any story they tell me about Jeffrey Epstein. There is a reason this client list is hidden. And I'm going to tell you why else I think the Jeffrey Epstein client list is so damaging to the connected political class. Remember, to them, it's not the classes you take. It's the hands you shake. As long as you know someone, you can get away with, in their eyes, anything you want.
So basically my point, I'm showing you how eminent they are about these Epstein.
Yeah.
So until today, because he literally today, he said he's probably resigning. So you have to give him props to Don Bongino to have some integrity. This is one with Pam Bondi. April.
DOJ may be
look what she says in April.
Releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients? Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk.
You hear what he said? Are you releasing the Epstein files? Client list. Specifically his client list.
Right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
So she said they're on my desk, ready to be scanned. What happened this week? It doesn't exist. All of a sudden, it doesn't exist. So people are livid, man. MAGA is livid. I'll show you PBD, his reaction.
I didn't see this, but I'm sure.
This is the worst thing that's gone on so far.
You talking about Epstein?
Yeah.
I think good to be back on with you, buddy. But this is what I will tell you. The number one trending hashtag right now on X is Epstein. 2 million people have tweeted with the topic of Epstein. Number 2 is Nicki Minaj at 100,000. Comey's at 42,500. There is a reason why people are asking about this. This is by far, and I'm a supporter. 3 times I voted for this man. This is by far the biggest fumble of the administration.
But basically, I'm just showing that even TBD is upset about it. Tim Pool, I've mentioned him before, Tim Pool.
The DOJ has released a 2-page memo stating that there is no Epstein client list and nothing uncovered would predicate criminal charges against any third parties. That is, my friend, you were all wrong. The conspiracy theories were all wrong. Jeffrey Epstein was simply a financier with a lot of rich friends who got arrested for trafficking and then killed himself. And there was no evidence about anything else. And he did everything by hand personally. Let me just cut through the BS. I am going to break this down. It's an obvious lie. I'm going to tell you why I think.
Finally, Tim Pool is saying something I agree with.
Yeah.
And of course, my buddy, Alex Jones.
Now, by coming in and being part of the cover-up, the Trump administration has become part of it. I mean, it's just you cannot.
He broke Alex Jones, guys.
See it any other way.
So
I just got to the office. I'm going to
cries, right?
up, actually. And this only happens every few years when something really
I didn't see the clip, but apparently he cries and even throws up in it, like he throws up in his mouth or something.
bad happens or something. I mean, I'm physically gonna puke probably right now. My mouth is watering right now. It's because I have integrity.
Right.
And I just really need the Trump administration to succeed and to save this country, and they're doing so much good. And then for them to do something like this tears my guts out. And
sorry, man. Sorry you're feeling that way.
This could be very out of left field. Could it be a possibility that all these guys who kept supporting all the and all the lies that Trump and being so adamant that he's that they're doing this on purpose to go against him, and then all of a sudden there's gonna be another switch again? Because all of them are actually usually you always disagree with all of the guys. Now all these guys that you do disagree with that are so right are actually saying
you have to
something.
Understand, the Epstein files was the biggest thing on the right side to get the liberals, to get all those Democrats. They thought this was gonna bring down the whole.
So okay, so that's why they're upset that it's not coming out.
They built all their their legacy and reputation on
And
this.
what makes them think that it's only the people from the left on it? What gives them the train of thought that it's only people from the? It could have been even people from the Republicans on it.
Of course, but they're right-wing propagandists. They're right-wing. They prop up the right wing. They're anti the liberal government, and that's what they use. They use the Epstein files as a tool to put to go.
But it could also bring down who they support as well.
Of course, there's people on both sides, but obviously they don't talk about that. And for sure, these guys know Trump is on the list. Like you have videos of him partying with Epstein, like Trump.
Yeah.
You have the people, the girls, the victims coming out saying, "Miss Donald Trump raped me." Like you have these things coming like in the court, but obviously they leave that part out when they talk to their fans. They
actually
talk
said
about.
that.
Yes, there's girls that actually did that, but then when they ran for president, they retracted their story because they were getting threats. One girl just committed suicide recently, a week ago. Committed suicide. She couldn't take it anymore. There
was one girl committed suicide who was raped. She was saying was raped by Prince Charles.
Yeah,
Andrew,
Prince Charles.
something like that. Yeah, was it her?
I
Not
think
Prince
it was her.
Charles, the brother-in-law. What was it? Prince
William.
William. Not William.
Prince Andrew.
Andrew, that's it.
Andrew. William,
Andrew.
poor guy. Sorry, Prince William.
He was a
Prince
kid.
Charles.
He was a kid.
Andrew,
So
the
she
brother.
apparently killed herself recently, right? Is that the girl you're talking about?
I think I think it was with like she. But there was other girls that came out too.
I never heard anything about Trump with that. I know he went to the island, he partied with them, but I never heard about any women that were accusing him of rape.
I heard stories of two women that came out, and they retracted their story because during the first election, people started following them. People started showing up. Like one girl, she was going to her car, and a guy came up and goes, "You better like change your story, or something's gonna happen to you." That's why she retracted the story because she was scared.
There's a good documentary if you guys want to check it out on Netflix.
Oh yeah,
It's about-
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but I know what you're talking. I know which one you're talking
Watch
about.
it; it's really good, man. She's actually in it. The girl who killed herself.
Oh yeah, she's there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
well, the United States are becoming a banana country, so they're literally fun, and they're
Banana ball, baby.
Yeah, baby, that was good. But honestly, they're just becoming this third world, system right now, and it shows with their government. Yeah,
Third world.
100. Not third world. But it's becoming a banana. Like the way they're running their government.
Yeah, but it's not.
Is becoming more and more cover up. Yeah, no, trust me.
No, but when he means a banana, it's like kind of dictatorship, controlling the media,
No, I get
controlling
that,
the
but
story.
it's not really a third world.
Their system, their government are so. No, they're lacking so much integrity, and more and more and more and more. It just continues devolving, and yeah, there's gonna be remember we're going back to the fourth turning. The fourth turning is happening, and we're in the middle of it.
Yeah,
and this is what we are. We become
Like what you explained 2 episodes ago.
yeah, and pretty much how like the evolution of societies and governments and money and all this stuff, and this is
we're
what
in
we're
a
getting
change.
now.
So now we're gonna
have
couple of
a
years,
nice change that happens, and it's civil unrest. It's
a lot of
all
things.
of governments. There's resets, and so we need and honestly, it hurts though. It hurts to say. It's painful.
Blow in the
situation.
cassette.
As long as
Yeah.
Well, when I look at this, it reminds me of the famous Roman story when Rome fell. That guy Nero.
Yeah.
It's just he wasn't being a leader. He was just being like he was just doing whatever he wanted.
It's a showman. Yeah. Sex, freak.
Yeah, it was all about having orgies and stuff for that,
Orgies,
and the whole country fell apart. Emmett, the orgies is golf. That's the difference with him. But. So this is the day after. I'm just gonna go back. I just want to finish off what I was saying. So this is the day after it was released, or even the same day that it was released that the client list doesn't exist. This is what Trump says.
So could you resolve whether or not he did, and also could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of the set?
Yeah, sure. If Pam, could I just interrupt for 1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind.
What an ass. Look at that.
Trying to divert, right?
Why, you still talking about this, guys? Come on, guys. Let's get over it, guys.
My old buddy.
He's clearly diverting, right?
Yeah.
Of course, man. But just like, he does it such an way, man. He's like, what, you guys are still wasting time on this? Come on, guys. Let's get over this.
Okay, what did she say?
Why does he look so golden? Did you notice his hair is golden, his eyebrows,
this guy is
his
gonna,
tie?
He's going to reinstall the gold standard, I'm telling you.
You guys know the comedian Andrew Schultz?
Yeah.
I like how
Nobody. Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? We have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep?
So we're we're the idiots, guys. That is, I think, what is
he was a big Trump supporter. He liked him.
Sure.
And look, he's admitting we're idiots.
Raging people right now is it's insulting our intelligence. Like, obviously the intelligence community is trying to cover it up. Obviously the Trump administration is trying to cover up. Something changed because they ran on this idea of exposing it all. All these guys had great ideas. Cockeyed Cash, Dan Bongino.
He had clips, Doug. He had bars.
He was ready to tear it all down. He was ready to tear down the entire FBI office.
Shut down the Hoover building day one.
Day one.
Them still standing.
And then he goes on Joe Rogan and he's like, listen, do you think if I had it, I wouldn't share it with you?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I do believe that 100%, especially when you're staring at me like this, telling me that.
Nice.
Just one more, guys. A day after, all these guys were freaking out. All these mad guys, Alex Jones. It took them 1 day to spin it.
What do you mean? Spin it back.
Spin it. You know what the spin is?
What?
Alex Jones will tell you this.
More and more rolling over. People say, well, that's very immoral to do. The argument would be it's too damaging to bring this back and bring down the whole government. I'm not endorsing that, but the best approximation I've got is they get the files, they raid the FBI. The FBI raids the FBI 5 months ago. When they hid the files in New York, they make the guy resign that was covering it up. And
that's Judge George Brown. Like Judge Judy show. That's him over there.
Comey's daughter's still there. They then load the gun, cock the gun, point at the deep state's head, and now suddenly the NATO, everybody's kissing Trump's butt, and it looks like Trump is now in control of the file, and obviously they're not going to read in the FBI. It's the CIA and Ratcliffe doing it. The best approximation I've got, and it is speculation, but I got a lot of points, is that Trump has decided to just use the file against them.
So I don't know if you guys understood that.
No.
I'll explain it. So he's not the first one to say it, and other people said it too. This is part of Trump's great genius idea. Say the files don't exist, but use it against the people that are on the list so they can do his bidding. That's what he's saying.
So this is exactly what I was telling you before. These guys are always Trump this, supporting. All of a sudden, all these right-wingers are against the fact that the news came out that the list doesn't exist. And you're all surprised. You're surprised. And then I said after, could it be that it's they're saying this, and then all of a sudden they switch again? Well, this is exactly what happened. Now they're saying this is the reason why maybe he's not. So maybe they were told, listen, guys, just say this. And
I think it was genuine. Their initial reaction, they're upset and they've been duped and stuff like that because they believed so hard that it was going to bring down their enemies and stuff. But now they accepted this a day after, and now they're coming up with the idea that making Trump, and now they're promoting that Trump is a genius, and he's using this list.
This is it's a bunch of waste of time. It's news that shouldn't be even there. It's just ridiculous.
Well, this is huge news. It's not little news.
I know that, but the spin is...
The spin is... People will gobble it up. People are like, yes, of course, that's the plan. Trump's going to use it against the enemies, and then... have a leash on all these people and control them, and he mentions also with NATO he's gonna make deals with NATO, and that's the spin. That's why I told him. That's why they hired 30 Fox News guys. These guys are the masters of spin. Whatever the worst thing could happen, admit that the Epstein files don't exist when clearly it exists, and they're still come up with an idea to spin it. No shame.
So that guy went back to kissing Trump's ass. Is that what you're saying?
Of course. At first he hit him hard, and then he got a nice snap, and then he realized
they were told keep spinning it.
You got to knock on the door.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I think too.